Welcome to Elimination quarterfinal time. It's your host, the beautiful Bobby. Oh, thank you very much, Bob. Yes, what a great intro that was. I am Bob, your host of Elimination. I'm here with my dad. I've just got to say, this is an absolute shambles, this is. I'm sitting... he's done his intro. Well done, Dave. But and cousin Pauline isn't here. She's not here. There's no hello.
It could be a 1-1 draw.
It could be a 1-1 draw. Well, it can't be because little wifey's here.
Hello, everybody.
Little wifey.
What's she doing here?
What's she doing down here? Little wifey, because it's been hard to nail down Pauline because she works weird hours and stuff. So, but there's a kerfuffle going on at the moment because.
We're phoning the police.
Yeah, everyone's at their chairs looking for the diary. The diary's gone missing. The diary is missing, and it's gone. So we don't know where it is. And Dave's blaming wifey for tidying up in the studio.
You know Sherlock Holmes thing is you try everything, and ever implausible, it must be that wifey. Look under them games, because it must be under them games.
There are games
it's
in
the
it as well.
only place it can be.
Here we go. She stacked them up. No, it's not there. It's not there.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
The aliens have taken it.
How are you, wifey?
I'm all right.
Yeah,
All right.
it's been a while since we've heard your voice.
Yeah.
So how you been? You looking forward to the wedding? That's big news coming up soon.
As soon as I can get my headgear sorted out.
Your headgear. Do you have to wear something on your head? I mean,
Well, when you've got a head,
You're not wearing nothing on your head.
when you've got a head like a pea, it's very difficult to find something that looks all right.
maybe you should wear a pea on your head.
No, Vic wouldn't like that. She don't like peas, does she?
No, that's true. What about like a bicycle helmet?
I could do that bobble hat.
Yeah,
I'm doing bobble hat. I've got plenty of bobble hats.
Tea cozy.
And I've got to walk in heels for the first time since.
Adam were a lad.
Well,
Since
exactly.
the diary was
So
written.
for those that understand this, I'll be walking like Dick Emery.
Dick Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave knows Dick Emery, don't you?
Yeah, Dave's not listening. He's still looking for the diary.
I am. It's really
fuming.
annoying. It's really annoying me.
And he ain't had his dinner either. He's fuming. He's confused and hungry. It's a bad combo.
Well, we went a little trip to Worthing.
This is why there wasn't an episode last week, because
Yeah.
you two were away. We couldn't do it without Dave.
Yeah.
Could do it without
Well, you could have done it. We could have done it Tuesday, Wednesday, but
Pauline.
yeah,
Pauline.
yeah, went to Worthing, and while we were there, went to theatre,
And
the venue in Worthing, and we
Yeah.
saw the George Harrison Project,
Yeah.
which is like
Now, I thought it was going to be like a lookalike.
No, he's not dressed up as him. We couldn't have 5 George Harrisons on the stage. That'd be ridiculous. And George Harrison playing drums. You ain't thought it through, Bob, have you?
Why not? He could have. Couldn't he?
They had 2 guitarists. One of them was the main vocalist. They had on all
Gary, his name was Gary.
Yeah, keyboards band. They had a bass player and a drummer. And, they were very good. Started off with Taxman, ended with My Sweet Lord, and they had everything in between.
Yeah.
Including
And they even did-
I've Got My Mind Set on You.
They even did the Yuki song.
Oh,
my
did you? The
favourite.
ukulele song, I'll See You in My Dreams, which
It's one of my favourites.
which is the Joe Brown tribute at the George Harrison
Concert.
at the Albert Hall, famous one. And they also done Now and Then, the Beatles one, because George Harrison's
His
guitar
guitar's on
solo from 1995 was on it.
And it was a good version. It was a good version.
It was a good show. We enjoyed it. Strange little venue though. Only about 80 seats, 100 seats.
Yeah. It
And
was very sort of personal.
we was the second people in. There's 3 people in front of us. We were
Yeah.
the second group. And that was on your phone. You know, they scan your phone. You book the tickets on your phone. And,
QR code, they call
I
it.
said, "Oh, you've got your seat numbers?" He goes, "Oh, just go where you want." So we right down the front, and there we were.
Clapping our hands
It
and
was good,
singing
though,
along.
yeah, a couple of hours.
I had an annoying bloke sitting next to me who was trying to
Oh,
get...
Dave.
No, not that side, the other side. Oh, my God, he was getting on my nerves.
Thing is, you could sit wherever you want. Can you just move over one?
Well, no, the chairs were quite close together, weren't they? They weren't like theatre seats. They were like put-up chairs. You know,
Oh.
unfold them, put them down. wouldn't they?
Deck
Yeah,
chairs.
it was a strange.
Well, kind of.
It was almost like a town hall type thing. It wasn't like a theatre as such. But
Did it have the
was-
scouts in the
it
corner?
was nice. It was nice, wasn't it? Because you were really close and really,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
It was
the music you like, isn't it? So
good, yeah. I didn't know what to expect, and I was
Oh, nor did I. I've never
I was
seen it.
really, really impressed with it. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
And how? Because clearly we're going to have listeners in Worthing. What do you think of Worthing as a place?
Worthing's all right. We've been. That's the second time we've been to Worthing.
Yeah, we went there last year for
we
a little trip.
stayed in a place called Findon
Findon, yeah,
Findon.
in the village.
in the village.
In the village. We are the village green.
Yeah, it's been a nice little trip. We like little trips.
We like a little
like
trip.
something to look forward to.
What was it? A couple of days, or was
Yeah,
it?
2
Yeah,
days.
Thursday, come
2
back.
nights,
Thursday, left Thursday morning, come back Friday morning.
Yeah, so that's why we.
No, we didn't. We went on Thursday morning, came back Saturday morning.
Yeah. Saturday morning, we went to be out by we had to be out by 10. We was back here at 10 to 7. I might come at 5 to 5. I said, if we get up now, and we can be home by 8. We
And
was
miss all
over,
the
we was over
traffic.
here by 7:15, 10 to 7.
But one of the things that decided it as well was that there was no fridge in the room. So if you want a decent cup of tea, you've got to go out and pay for it. So we thought, right, okay.
I ain't spending any more money. I can tell you that
It
now.
wasn't that. It was just, it was a why hang around until sort of 9:45 when you're,
Yeah, no traffic, straight home.
yeah, we had the best
About-
journey.
About an hour
back.
and 5 minutes from Worthing to here.
The last time we stayed in Worthing, we were right on the
Drove like a
seafront.
maniac.
And it was shingle. Well, pebbles.
Shingle? Oh, right, okay.
But it was nice. There's
I thought you meant
there's a
it's-
path that goes all along the front, so you can walk along, and so yeah, it's really good, really nice.
And where's your next trip?
Wedding.
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 Staying the night there. And, we,
Yep,
Staying the night, breakfast in the morning.
yep.
Can't wait.
and then September, off to sunny Spain.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
off to sunny Spain.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope so that somebody doesn't come down with shingles a week before we can.
Yeah, remember those days, Dave? God.
Lightning don't strike twice in the same place.
No, but the other shoulder.
And then October, it's off with the family,
family,
to
yeah.
Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Yeah.
9 of us going, isn't there?
Yeah.
That'll be a games week. Yeah, so there's plenty to look forward to. And we've got the whole summer to look forward
And then, of
to.
course, after that, it's Christmas.
We was busy outside the garden today, weren't we?
We were. You were busy. Well, you did a lot more hefty lifting than I did.
Front and back lawns.
You're retired. You don't need to do
the
all
bush
this
out
stuff.
the front.
You ain't got a supervisor anymore, Dave. You ain't got to do it.
I had to clean me frog.
That bloody frog.
I got a water feature where the water spurts out the frog's mouth, and it was all sort of clogged up, so I had to
yeah.
strip all that down and get it
With
moving
green
again.
slime.
It's going like good now.
Yummy.
And I had to clear up the fox poo.
Oh, fox poo, and she done a lot of deadheading.
Yes.
You know what deadheading is?
Cut off the dead heads.
Yeah.
Off with his head.
Yeah. So busy.
But it's
busy.
worth it. It looks pretty good at the moment.
Yeah.
We're pleased.
Got some fresh
But
air.
it is. I'm getting a bit old for all that.
Just hire someone.
Yeah.
Just to mow the lawn, it'd be nice. Anybody interested? Do us a
What
favour.
I'll be doing now? Just sitting there,
Get him
Yeah.
fit.
putting on more weight.
Yeah.
Good exercise gets the old heart going.
Yeah. Enough for it to stop. I don't want you to do it. So, anyway,
Well,
moving
maybe we've
on.
got a strapping son who'll come over and do it.
Yeah, Mike, where are you, eh? Oh, God. Don't get me hands dirty. Don't be silly.
It's about time we've done this draw.
Oh, yeah. I've got some news, but yeah.
All right,
yeah.
second quarter final.
Let's go. I'll
Oh,
take
can I
this one.
pick?
Of course you can. There you go.
Of course you can, sweetheart.
Right.
Well, this one's definitely going to win.
No, mine's going to win.
Oh, hello. Okay, well, mine's the...
You've got to admit, they're all good at this stage. You realise
yeah.
we are at the quarter final stage.
We are. 2 Ronnies.
Oh,
2 Ronnies.
Oh, I've got Mr. Morecambe and Mr. Wise.
Oh, hello, double.
Two greatest double X in UK history, I would say.
Do you know what?
Without a shadow
I
of a
would love
doubt.
to see them go head-to-head in a tag team match. How long? Well,
Hey!
And we still laugh.
What's the I mean, we've heard from me and Dave probably over and over again about these wifey, but give us your view. Start with Morecambe and Wise. What's the first thing that pops into your head?
Nothing.
Bring me sunshine.
Bring me sunshine.
In your smile.
Yeah, and the dance.
And the dance.
Yeah.
That's what's the first thing.
Laying in bed or sitting on the settee in their flat.
And they're flat. And there's also the thing when they do is it striptease music? When they do the flat with all the doors.
Oh, the breakfast.
Breakfast,
yeah. With the...
And coming through the curtains.
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of them. There's them in the South Pacific.
Yeah, I only asked for you. What pops? What's the most iconic? What was the first
Bring
thing?
Me Sunshine. When they come on with their dance. And
No, that's where they end. That's the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
No, she watches it backwards.
Fast forward.
When you say Morecambe White, that is the first thing that pops into my head. They did so much. Their Christmas things were for our age group. Maybe I don't know. Did you remember watching them at Christmas?
No, I don't think you
Not really. No.
But it was like the highlight of the Christmas. Everybody sat down to watch it and see what they made stars of the day do.
Ours was Noel's house party.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
Angela Rippon, who was a straight laced. Newsreader, and she
had legs.
We found out she had legs and she could dance. She was sitting at the desk on their show doing a newsreel, and then the desk split in two, and out came her legs, and she does this full. I mean, just unbelievable.
And Dad's round the UK. He went.
I've waved at Angela Rippon. I went
she flicked you the bird.
I went to with work at the time. I went to LBC. I was on a chat show there, and
Check her out.
yeah, for my job at the time, and people were phoning in with questions regarding adoption and all that sort of thing.
Is this radio or TV?
Radio,
Oh, okay.
LBC, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
London
And
broadcast.
she was in the
some
next
people won't know.
studio, so you forget, and you go.
Two radio pros.
Yeah.
It's just like
Acknowledging each other.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's Angela Rippon, and waved, and as I'm
And she
doing
went,
it,
"Oh, this wifey Rivet."
Yeah.
Wave.
she waved back. So
And she did that thing where she put her lips up against the wall and
it's all like glass windows between each of the studios, so I couldn't see beyond that. But
she's halfway through the news. And today, 3 people died on some weirdo waving at me.
Yeah, so yeah, she did wave at me, and I was very pleased for that.
Oh, I bet you was.
Yeah, so that was. But Morecambe and Wise, funny. I've never liked Wise as much as I've liked Morecambe.
But is there a Morecambe without Wise?
I know,
That's
this is the thing. I think when I was younger, I used to think, oh, stop going on about his short, fat, hairy legs and stop going on about his wig. Just you do what you do.
Yeah, but you could see the joy.
But as I've got older, I realised that
You understand the dynamic, the duo side of it.
the play, what he wrote, and all this sort of stuff. And I just think
I think he was a talented bloke, only Wise. He weren't just the
The
straight
stooge,
man.
no.
He wasn't. He had more than that to offer.
Some of that, some of the best bits that I've seen is when Wise is doing his, trying to be professional, doing his interview or whatever it is, and Morecambe just wants to get involved. He hasn't got a bit, but he wants to get involved, doing something in the background, trying to put his 2 cents in, trying to get involved somehow. That's when it comes to the forefront. That's when
he's acting with the Beatles interview. That
That is a great.
That's
the first time I've seen it. That's a great British
I
television.
don't doubt
That's
that
a great
you
bit of
mentioned that.
television.
You
Yeah.
mentioned
I've
that.
seen it about 20 times.
Yeah.
I can watch it now. It's just
He still makes
it's just
me
a great moment in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect. Right, Bongo!
And he's got his statue, hasn't he, in Morecambe.
Yeah, I think they should have had Morecambe and Wise.
Well, they should, because I think they put Morecambe up when he died, didn't they? But
his
Wise
name
alive.
was Eric Bartholomew, but he came from Morecambe. That's why he would call himself Eric Morecambe.
Oh, maybe I just changed my name.
Yeah.
Bobby Thamesmead. Bobby Woolwich.
Bobby Ebbsfleet.
Yeah, could work.
That's got a better ring, I think, than Thamesmead, Abbey Wood, Woolwich,
Bobby Temo.
Plumstead.
Hello to all of our listeners who are from those places.
Yeah.
Get out while you still can. Anyway. Anyway, my news before we go on to the two Ronnies.
All right.
I got a message from a listener. Let me just get it ready for you.
Get it ready, son.
Get it ready. Right, let me turn that up. Right, you ready?
Yep.
Right, now, this person is behind listening to episodes, so she mentions things that
We done about 2
we've
years
mentioned.
ago.
Yeah, but we'll recall that afterwards. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I hope it works.
Hello, this is Jane from South Carolina, United States of America. How are my lovelies doing? I'm so glad your show is back. I have missed you. Now, I don't listen to podcasts.
Right, I'm just going to stop it there. It's
she in the car?
Yeah. It's not a great recording, and it is 1 minute long, so bear with. She's got a lot to catch up on. Hi, Jane, by the way.
As much as I used to, so I'm slow to catch up on episodes. But I just listened to the episode about Danny DeVito versus Rob Beckett. I would have picked Rob Beckett, I'm sorry. And had a couple comments. Number one, so glad you're back. Number two, my house is not on a crawl space. I'm on a slab. But as far as those people that live in people's crawl spaces, they also live in attics. There are a lot of people that find out that people have been living in their attic and coming down at night when they're sleeping and going into their kitchen. It's like the creepiest thing ever. So I do not have a crawl space.
So that's when I was
have you
watching
been
that.
talking about that?
Frogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and that's the program. And I was saying, why do people have crawl spaces like in America? Why has everyone got a crawl space? But yeah, clearly not everyone has it. Yeah. We carry on, Jane.
Also, I have not been to the Grand Canyon. I've been near the Grand Canyon, but didn't make it there. I got as close as the Hoover Dam and Zion National Park, but didn't actually make it to the Grand Canyon. So that's still on my bucket list of places to go. But the most important thing is that you're back. I'm so excited. I'm on a road trip right now. I'm driving 8 hours to Tampa, Florida for work this week. And so I get for the next 8 hours to catch up on all the episodes that I've missed. And obviously I'm really far behind now that you know that I just listened to the Danny DeVito, Rob Beckett episode. So I'm looking forward to many, many, many more. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye,
We
Jane.
love you
There
too,
you go.
Jane.
There you go, Jane. Yeah, I bet she gave up after about 20 minutes. Like, sick of their voices.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened on the way to the Grand Canyon. We never quite made it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And we never found out why.
We've been there, haven't we?
We've been
Have we
there.
been to the Hoover Dam?
Yeah, we have.
Is it grand?
It is.
It's a big hole in the ground.
vast.
Yeah.
It's a long drop.
That's some pothole.
See all the eagles flying around.
Big, huge. You know me, I'm fascinated with birds. I love it. But, God, yeah, I mean, the Hopi Indians were there.
Some
weren't they,
people
doing
are a
the
bit
dance?
underwhelmed by it. They just think it's a big hole in the ground. But I mean,
You watch the sun go down at the Grand Canyon and the change in the colours of the
lightning
rocks.
at night.
Oh,
it's
it's
fantastic. Just seeing.
How long were you two there?
3 days.
yeah.
What, at Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we went to Arizona to stay at wifey's stepsister,
Half sister.
half sister. The Ron, who's sadly passed away since, her husband, he booked us up 3 days. We was there for 2 weeks in Arizona. He booked us up 3 days in Las Vegas and 3 days at the Grand Canyon. And it was cheap as chips. I mean, he used to look out for these deals and that. I mean, we go back 10, 15.
Yeah, but they did say that if we'd have booked it from our end before we went, it would have been 4 times the price. But because he
you're
booked it
in-
from
It was
where
about,
he
Right.
about $100 for 3
Hotel
days in Las
was
Vegas.
fantastic.
We
Wow.
stayed in the Paris hotel.
Yeah, in Las Vegas. It was.
Yeah, it was.
When I went to Vegas.
I'm glad we went. I wouldn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't go, I've no intention to go to Vegas again. or the
But did you
Grand Canyon
before?
again.
Did you have...
Not particularly, no.
No, it
but
was
I'm
only
glad,
one-
I'm glad I went.
When we met Juanita the first time we went over to America and we stayed with her, she said that you can't die. What was it? You can't You need to see the Grand Canyon before you die. It's one of the things everybody should do.
Well, it's the one. What is it? Wonder of the World or something like that.
I mean, she was right. We had so much fun while we were there. They treated us so well. It was great. I mean,
Once in a lifetime.
it was once in a lifetime. Well, that was that the second time we went or the third time? We went 3 times in all, didn't we?
When I went to Vegas, I was supposed to. We booked a helicopter thing to go to the Grand Canyon and land in it and have lunch in it and then go back. But the weather was terrible, so I had to cancel our flight. So we never got to do it. But then it wouldn't be a memory I'd talk about anyway because it was with the wrong person. Maybe I can do it in the future. I won't because she's scared of heights, but you can dream.
And that's when, because we were staying with people we know, we weren't just like tourists. We got to go to people's houses and go to functions.
The day-to-day life.
It is I don't know if it's just true of us, but everyone he introduced us to, he said, "Oh, this is Dave, my brother-in-law." And they go, "Oh, John Gregson, Chicago, Illinois." They always say where they come from.
I suppose it's such a big country. They're proud of their heritage or wherever they're from or living.
It was a fantastic, the whole thing. From the first time we went, very nervous the first time I went because we'd not met before. And she'd said, "Come stay at my house." And
it could be, it could go very
been
wrong.
a disaster.
Yeah.
But they made us feel so at home from the moment that we got there. And her, for her, I think it was quite therapeutic as well because we share a father. And obviously she spent life with him, I didn't. So there was a lot of heavy conversation around
I bet.
all the things,
But
photographs.
it's not 100% certain that you share a father.
No, I had a DNA test.
We went on what's her
Lorraine Kelly's
DNA stories on TV.
And you can find it on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, still there.
Years
You
ago.
got long hair. You got long hair in it.
And it was inconclusive, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. But I keep.
But you
on-
decide to believe.
And that was up in Scotland.
yeah.
They came over was in Glasgow for about
yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
And they flew them over.
Yeah,
We
she
met
came
up in
over.
Glasgow.
They all came over because they thought Arizona, you know what the weather's like in Arizona, you can't walk on the pavement because it's melting. And they came over in sort of shorts and T-shirts because it's all they got. They had to go and buy scarves. Glasgow is freezing.
We went on the old tour bus of Glasgow upstairs on the double decker.
absolutely
no
freezing.
lid on.
Yeah.
Of course,
No lid.
She was frozen. She had to go and sit downstairs.
Yeah, it was.
But mind you, when we was over there, it was like 45.
We went out for a walk one day,
48
didn't we?
degrees,
They'd had
wasn't
to go out to the bank or something. So he said, we'll have a little walk.
Go for a walk.
We said, we go, yeah. And they went, no, don't, you don't need to. And we said, no,
we
it's
did,
fine.
we did.
We did. But we didn't last very long out there. We turned around and come back.
Windswept
It
and
was
interesting.
Scorchio. Oh, my God.
One thing that really impressed us over there was the bins, wasn't it? They go in that hole in the ground.
Yeah.
So you don't see any
There's no bins on the street.
They used to have a round circular, a circular hole in the ground, and you put your rubbish in these bins in the hole in the ground.
This thing comes along with a big hoover. That's it, gone.
Oh.
So you don't smell it, you don't see it. Great. Yeah. And they're mailboxes. I like the fact that you can put your mail that's going out in a mailbox.
Yeah.
And they take it away as well as incoming.
It's like a pigeonhole.
Yeah, if the flag's up, it means that you've got mail going out.
Yeah.
And he leaves it up if he's put mail in it. If not, it's down. Oh, it's just simple.
It was good. The one thing I didn't like over there was the toilets and that in like not hotels, but the in the bars and that. You know, if you go to the toilet, you go to the cubicle in the gents, say at Witherspoons or in a pub.
Yeah.
It's a proper door, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is like half a door.
Oh,
and you've got like a gap going down the side as well. You've got no privacy at all.
When I went to the toilet in Denny's, I think it was, some restaurant when I was in Florida with Vic and her parents. And I did the same. You shut the door and I could still see the guy standing there at the urinal like, is that supposed to happen? And it doesn't, it's not near the floor and it's not near the ceiling. It's like, it just covers me from just below the region you don't want people to see.
But
You probably look over the top.
Yeah, some of them
You
about
say
6'8", you probably see their head over the door.
But the other thing you say about the toilets over there wasn't any place we went where there wasn't a toilet and you could use them. Not like here when I went rushing into KFC
They're like
once
sacred,
and I want to
aren't
go
they?
to the toilet. Can I use your toilet, please? It's an emergency. And she says, "Oh, you got to buy a cup of coffee. You got to buy something." What? Just a cup of coffee, and you're standing there with your legs crossed, people queuing up behind you. So she gives you the receipt, you leave the coffee there, and you go running in because the receipt's got the number for the toilet.
Oh, right.
And I've never been in KFC since. I'm never going to go to KFC. I will never buy a KFC.
We don't really do KFC
No,
anyway, do
but-
we? We've never been a fan
I
of
was-
KFC.
It's they're
I
gone
was
downhill. It's
so upset.
I never liked it, even going back to the 80s
It's,
and 90s.
it has got very greasy. It never used to be. I don't know
Their
why.
chips have got no go in them, have they? They're limp, aren't they?
Limp and lifeless.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
but they're all about the chicken, aren't they? That's what it is. But that's gone downhill as well. Thank you, Jane.
Yeah, sorry,
We
Jane.
went- Jane,
Yeah.
We went on a little bit of a
Tangent.
Yeah, but thank you, Jane.
But it's Jane's fault, isn't
It was United States.
Yeah, well, roller coaster.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we unbooked to go next year, 2025, to go back to Florida with Vicky and all of her family. It's going to be 10 of us.
Blimey, all right.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be crazy because
Yeah.
when we go with her parents, they don't drink, so it's all about kind of us just eating, going to the pool, going to the like Disneyland and all that kind of stuff. But now we're going with her sister and her husband who do drink, and their kids who are now grown up who drink.
Will they be allowed to? Are they 21? Because it's 21.
Yeah, they're old enough now. Yeah, and Vicky's daughter as well, who's going to be old enough as well. So yeah, it's going to be when her parents go to sleep, they're going to be going to the bars and drinking and stuff. So it's going to be a bit.
You're going to be knackered.
I'm not a big drinker either, but I get happy when I'm on holiday.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Why
thank you,
not?
Jane. That was great.
Yeah, well done, Jane.
She hopefully hear more from Jane. Have a safe journey. Hope you made it back all right. If you're
8
making it back,
hours, blimey.
8-hour drive.
Well, we did a
You could do 8 hours here because you'd run off the end of. If you started Land's End, you'd run off the end of Scotland, wouldn't you?
We did. I did a 5-hour drive.
8 hours
didn't
of us talking.
Did
I?
you?
To go to San Diego.
Oh yeah. We didn't drive.
No,
You
she
was
did.
passenger.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nothing.
she drove. But cool when you went across the border. Oh my God! Them police women with their great big rifle gun, like machine guns.
They don't muck about. over
Hello,
there.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I was scared, and I was thinking I've not done anything wrong, but I feel like I have.
Oh, it's like look innocent.
Yeah.
Like, I am innocent. Like,
Why are you going on? And we sort of explained going to a grave in San Diego, and she was like she didn't believe us to begin with. So we went into a long.
We're taking this big bag of drugs over
Yeah.
to see a grave.
We went into a long explanation, and in the end, she kind of got it. It was really weird and very scary, but she was fine in the end and said, have a nice day.
The accent, I love the accent because they're all the same but different.
Yeah.
They got that twang or that something. Did you ever get asked about your accent while you was in America?
We used to go down to the pool a lot. They had a pool there, and every time we got in the pool, and you spoke to, I spoke to Dave or I spoke to Juanita. People would go, "Hey, where are you from?" And they love to hear you talk, and I love your accent and all this. And do you know Mrs. Murray who lives in Leicestershire?
Yeah.
No, it's bigger than you think.
When I was in when I went to Vegas and me and Vic decided to go to the pool. Very rarely we would go to the pool, but we went there and there was like just Ramo in this pool, or you could pay like $10 or something and go into like a private pool, or a private section. And we was like, you know what, let's just go in there. We went in there, there's nobody there, nobody in this little bit whatsoever. So I was just having a little swim. There was a tiny bit there was a jacuzzi bit, and slowly but surely there was a big fight going on in Vegas at the time, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like the build up to that. So I was in this jacuzzi thing, and they come over like these scantily clad women with a menu. And they're like, "Would you like a drink, sir?" And all this kind of stuff. I was like, "Oh, yeah, go on then." So I had a drink, and it was like a watermelon smash, I think it was. And so I was drinking it, not knowing that it was like 50% alcohol. I thought it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, I was, and then so 2-3 hours gone past. I was just drinking them one after the other, thinking it just tastes like
just
a
juice,
juice.
yeah.
Yeah, it just tastes like juice. And other people were coming in then talking about the fight, and they got wind of my voice. And obviously at that point, I'm well oiled up. I was chatting away and all that, going, "Hey, you sound like Ricky Gervais, man." "Oh, yeah, mate. No. And you play it up, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, Vicky was like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "I don't think these are just juice."
She wasn't drinking them as well, was she?
No, she was sunbathing.
Getting
yeah,
back to Jane for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised she knew who Rob Beckett was.
Well, that's what I thought that as well.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's not that well known here, is he, really?
No, I suppose not.
Has he been over there? He must have been over there. Or have they seen it? What else would he been on?
Well, I suppose, and I don't know, unless you're a comedy fan. I mean, I know American comedians that used to don't know, so you would, maybe you've just come across it. Maybe you just come across one.
Oh, there you go, Jane. Let us know how you know
Yeah,
about
let
Rob
us know.
Beckett. Or did you, when you know his name was coming up, you watched him on YouTube, maybe?
Yeah, I've met Rob Beckett as well.
You have, yeah.
Yeah, after his stand-up show, I waited right to the end and got a little picture with him. That was when I had hair.
But you still got hair. It's just on the bottom of your face instead of your top now.
Thanks, Mum. 2 Ronnies, wifey.
2 Ronnies.
What's the
were
first thing that pops into your mind?
4 candles.
4 Candles is a classic.
I'm going to say something
O's.
now.
Oh, God.
I'm a bit four-candled out.
Oh, hello.
I've seen it so many times, and I think Morecambe Wise has got a sketch that's better than Four Candles, the one with Andre Previn.
The piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
The Beatles one was
Yeah, that was
brilliant.
great.
But then the 2 Ronnies one with I showed you with the eye test. That
Yeah. I mean, the Mastermind one is fantastic.
Yeah.
To me,
yeah.
that's their best sketch.
Yeah.
But wifey.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. You carry on. So the 4 Candles is the iconic one that comes to your mind. What else?
Nothing? Oh, okay.
No, because me and Dave have discussed it in previous
there
rounds.
is
So
sort of lots of kind of clever, without going back over and seeing them all. Some of the sketches are just absolutely hilarious. There's one where they're at a party and they're both dressed and they're talking. I can't remember what the blooming punchline of it was, but they're both dressed in suits and like in a normal sort of 70s, 80s kind of, party where people are drinking. I can't remember what happened at the end of it, but I've got a picture clear in my head.
Is it something to do with names? Where he says somebody's name?
Cool. There's
there's so
it's like
many
a
of
play
them,
on
that's what I
words of somebody's name. Oh, I
I mean,
know him. He's the so-and-so.
Ronnie Barker is really, really clever man because he's the one.
Oh,
he
he's
was
the
mastermind.
wordsmith, isn't he?
Yeah, and there's the old boys as well in the pub when they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really good. But the bit in the 2 Ronnies I used to hate was where Ronnie Corbett was sitting in the chair telling a story.
I didn't
I
mind
used to
that.
think, oh, come on, get back to the sketches.
Oh, right, okay.
Now-
Was there other bits that Ronnie Corbett did that you did like on his own?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, don't apologise.
No,
give us
he
your-
was in a
sitcom called Sorry, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
Language, Timothy.
Timothy,
Yeah.
who was the oldest
the
bachelor.
mum is annoying though, isn't she? So
And the,
Well, she
the
was
dad,
supposed to be, wasn't she?
and the
Yeah,
dad was
yeah,
out in the shed with his cheroot,
Yeah.
smoking his cheroot, trying to get a bit of peace and quiet. But his mum used to cook weird stuff, didn't she, as well? Like
Yeah.
pickle onion pie and, that sort of things,
Oh, talking about
Pickle onions and
just
custard.
changing subject for a second.
Yeah. Is this something
The
private?
cooking. Wendy Craig's 90 today.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Wendy Craig, who was the mum in
Butterflies.
Oh, right, yeah. She
was
couldn't
in-
cook for
She was
toffee.
no, she was in a lot of things.
Yes, 90. Bloody hell.
Jeez.
She's done well.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love Butterflies.
That was a
So,
good, it was a good
I'm
programme.
off again now on a different.
The 2 Ronnies didn't, as Morecambe Wise used to interact with other stars of the day, like
Yeah.
Tom Jones, Glenda Jackson. Ronnies didn't do that,
No.
did they? It was
But
just
is that
them two.
because they were doing their own thing as well? They
Well, I
did,
mean-
like they didn't come together
Well,
every
Ronnie-
Christmas
Ronnie
or every
Barker, Ronnie Barker's other thing.
Oh, I bet they've
isn't-
done a Christmas special every year.
the two Ronnies
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
special. Yeah.
Open All Hours was great in its time, but Clarence for me.
Yeah,
Clarence is
Dave's mentioned that.
and it never seems to get mentioned at any point
No.
in time. Clarence is.
It was one of his last ones,
We
wasn't it?
bought it, didn't we? We'd already seen it, but we bought it in the charity shop because we thought we'll watch it again.
It is good.
Oh my god! I
The first
enjoyed it
episode's a
just
bit
as much.
weak, and you sort of think, oh, but when they actually move into that farmhouse type
Yeah.
thing, that is
It
hysterical.
But then
It's
does
just-
it not get a mention as often because Open All Hours and Porridge were so good?
Yeah, maybe. But Clarence is really, really good. It just seems to have they sort of skate over it and
Hmm.
go straight on to. I don't know, but I mean, he was just great.
Point of order.
Oh, hello.
We're not discussing Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie Barker. We're discussing the two Ronnies.
That is true. That is true.
So
Thank you
let's
for
get-
the bell, Dave.
Let's get
Thank
back
you.
on track, please.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The eye test,
The Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town. Remember that one?
Yeah,
the eye test one that I was talking about was when he's got a massive A on the wall,
Yeah.
and he says, and what's this? Can you see that? And he's really squinting. It's massive. It's a massive A, and he goes, A, and he goes, very good, sir, very good. And he walks around the room and he goes, H. He goes, no, sir, that's the bookcase. No, sir. And he goes, I, no, that's the umbrella stand. He's just you're reading the furniture now, sir. yeah. It's just, and there's so many of them as well.
oh,
there's so
there's
many.
hundreds and hundreds of them, and some of them are really, really short.
Yeah.
But you just never knew what you were going to get with them. And I used to laugh every time they were on. My mum didn't like them.
The two Ronnies.
Yeah, she didn't like
Yeah?
them.
Still like anybody.
She didn't like me.
She
didn't
like
me.
you. You took away.
And the bit at the end where they was reading the news. It's good eye for
Yeah.
him.
It's
Me and it's good eye for him.
him, yeah, which will always be known
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
there.
I mean, they were quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's not easy writing a sketch, and to do that many in that.
Yeah.
That's
And there's
especially-
no doubt that these are the two premier
Yeah.
UK
Yeah.
double acts.
Yeah.
But
Cannon and Ball, Hale and Pate, they don't come
No,
up to the same
these
level at
are
all.
the top draw.
Ant and Dec.
No, you don't like Ant and Deck, do you?
I can't even look at them now. They really, I just, no. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, I think they've just ridden that cloud for too long. Anyway, we've did Morecambe and Wise do? I know they did the breakfast thing and they did the thing in bed, but did they do sketches where they played characters?
They
No,
did,
they
no,
weren't,
they were
did
always-
plays.
they were
They
always-
did plays.
Yeah, but they were always Eric and Ernie, weren't
but
they?
they were always them.
Well, yeah.
Because the two Ronnies weren't, were they? There was always like
Oh,
two
yeah,
posh
they
or
were.
two working
Yeah.
class or
They did a couple of films in the 60s.
Morecambe and Wise.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
probably on YouTube. You should
Well,
watch.
as themselves.
Yeah, they was in one called, I saw it in the pictures. Actually, I saw it on both of the pictures. One was called The Riviera Touch,
Oh, I don't know.
where they go off to the Riviera and they get involved in a murder and stuff. It's quite amusing.
Okay.
And actually, I found it hysterical when I was about 10, 11. That's when I watched it. And they made another one that's weren't as good a couple of years later, The Intelligence Men, where they were like
I don't think I've ever
spies.
seen that one.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
ring a
one's
bell.
not as good. But the Riviera Touch is pretty good.
Oh, did the
Maybe-
two
maybe
Ronnies
she-
ever do movies?
No, they done like a serial, didn't they? In their series, like the
Yeah.
Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town.
Oh, right.
It
Okay.
used to be Charlie Varley,
Charlie Bart, something like that.
something like that, wasn't it? And they carried on like a 5-minute thing, like a Saturday morning pictures thing, every episode. So it went
Get a
on.
little update.
Yeah, like a series.
Carry on.
But they're both great. I mean, this is going to be very difficult.
Well, I mean, for me, the Morecambe and Wise for me is like almost like Bruce Forsyth in a way. The presenter, the interacting with other guests and the audience, and getting that live kind of reaction. Whereas the two Ronnies for me is more camera based. It's more cut, short clips. I don't really. That's the difference to me. That's how I can separate the two. And I think that's the only.
I remember once Vanessa Redgrave, who's quite tall actress, classical actress, and she was the guest. And Ernie Wise was talking to her of the curtain behind them, and he's talking away to her about the play that he wrote and this, that, and the other. And Eric Morecambe comes through the curtain, and he goes, "Oh," he says, "What? Are you standing on a box or are you standing in a hole?"
She was very
She was so much taller than him. Like, you know. Yeah. I mean, just coming through the curtain, he was funny. wasn't he?
yeah. Everything was sort of accidental, but on purpose. Like,
And the thing was that he had
Rubbish.
He had a heart attack, didn't he? And he still carried on working, but he was never kind of quite as energetic
well, of course not.
as he was previously. But it was a heart attack that finished him off. It was sad when he died, I thought.
Yeah, but that was years later, the second heart attack that done him.
Yeah.
But
I bet Ernie Wise was devastated at that time. They spent so many years together.
well, yeah, I mean, they were going in the sort of 40s. I mean, early 50s, they were the TV pioneers.
Wasn't it Morecambe's mum that suggested they get together? Was it something like that, or was it maybe Ernie Wise's mum? But
that was a good. Did you watch the programme about them with Victoria Wood? Victoria Wood played Eric Morecambe's mum.
yeah,
I think Vic Reeves played the dad.
Really?
Yeah. You should see that. Yeah, it's good. The bloke who plays Eric Morecambe is Eric Morecambe. It's a play on telly about 15 years ago.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Look it up, everyone.
That's on YouTube, I'm sure of it.
Did they ever fall out? Or because you do get
No,
that.
they never split up. They never split
Duos
up.
and that. You know, two
They
Ronnies?
might have had the odd disagreement.
I think
over,
the two Ronnies, because they were sort of, I don't think they probably spent as much time together as Morecambe and Wise did.
No,
because I think the two Ronnies
no.
had other things going on in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, Ronnie Corbett did a lot of theatre, didn't he?
Yeah, Ronnie Corbett. Ronnie Corbett did quite a few films.
They sort of came together, did their show, and then went off. So they weren't in each other's pockets, whereas Morecambe and Wise were Morecambe and Wise. They didn't do anything separately, not that I'm aware of anyway.
No, Eric Morecambe used to turn up on, like World of Sport or something like that.
Yeah,
So-
but
There
not.
must be a lot of pressure on that. Like when you get back together, say you go on holiday and you come back, right? Okay, we got another show to do. You've only got this. You're Morecambe and Wise. It has to be good. It has to be us. It has to be. Whereas the two Ronnies, it's like, we'll do the sketch show.
Yeah.
But then I've got Porridge. I've got Open All Hours. I've got
He's got Sorry.
Yeah, you've got stuff going on. Yeah. It so easily could have all been sort of watered down and not had your full attention and not, really delivered.
Maybe they both sort of knew that they both had other stuff that they wanted to do. So they allowed each other that space to do it. Whereas Morecambe and Wise probably felt that they've got the winning scenario here and it works. So let's just thrash it to death, which is really what they did, wasn't it? I mean, but they were still funny. It's not like they stopped being
Did you know
funny.
that, what's the Chase bloke's name?
Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh used to be in a double act with Joe Pasquale.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bradley and Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called. I can't remember what it was called.
It was in that programme he told you about Bradley Walsh when he done about the double acts, and he said I was in a double act, and they showed you a couple of clips. It was terrible.
It was. They were on the Royal Variety, but it was awful, wasn't it? Dreadful.
Yeah, but they were on as a double act. The Royal Variety, there was solos, but I mean, Michael and Bernie Winters were the rivals to Morecambe and Wise in like the 60s, but they weren't nowhere near. They were like ITV and Morecambe and Wise were BBC, and they just weren't in the same
A class
league.
above, wouldn't they?
Yeah, Cannonball reached the top. They stayed there for a little while.
Hale and Pace, they were there.
Yeah, Little Large. I liked Eddie Large. But these two, they're the top of that shadow over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
UK, I mean, they're obviously an American double act who...
Yeah. Yes. Who may or may not make an appearance later on. Well, given that we've discussed these two, let's have a little break from these now and then come back for the vote. We've got 15 minutes. Do you want to do a question?
Oh, I was going to sing a song.
No, we was going to do diary, but we
lost it.
We've lost it. Yeah, we've lost it. So no diary today.
I'll select the question. From
Dave has a question in hand.
Oh, that's not it. That's the last 4 predictions.
Oh, we don't want to hear that yet.
Maybe you should get rid of the ones you've already had then. God, they're not so disorganised.
I know.
Shambles.
It is a shambles.
shambles.
Absolute shower.
This is a strange question.
It's
Whose
always a
writing is
strange
it?
question.
Whose writing is it?
It's got to be yours, Dave.
Would you let someone slap your face for £100?
That sounds like a Pauline type thing.
So this someone's got to be someone a bit powerful, isn't it? I mean, I'd let wifey slap me for £100.
I don't think I would.
For £100?
100 quid's nothing, though, is it? 100 quid. I'd put that in Sky Bet. It'd be
£1,000, yeah, maybe.
Couple
The
of
thing
minutes.
is, I would have done years ago, but now that I've
Your
got
head would come
osteoporosis,
straight
my
to your
jaw would
shoulders.
end up around the back
Yeah.
of my head.
Yeah, we
so,
found the person and Lennox Lewis walks in.
yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, is it one of these like champion slappers? Jeez.
Oh my God, I've seen some of those where their
Why would
face-
you do it?
Their face is swollen out
Yeah.
to full. And they do a woman's one now.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you do it?
Well, equal opportunities, wifey. Come on, don't be sexist.
Mental.
Don't
I
be
know,
sexist.
but why would you want to punch some? Well, there's few people I'd like to punch in the face, but I'd have to pin them to the floor first. You could sit
You
on them.
couldn't pin anyone to the floor, wifey. There's no weight to you.
Oh, I don't know. There is.
Oh no, she's getting there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there- Let's not say any more about
I'm
that.
trying my very best. I've still got to get me dressed for the weddings.
That's true.
Right.
Oh, this one's.
Oh, hello. She's jumped straight on it.
There's a question I've just picked out of here, and it says, "What is your earliest memory?"
Well,
Bob's was last week, I think. wasn't it?
I've got a terrible memory.
Yeah,
I
it's got a
really
terrible
have.
memory.
If I think one memory that I've got, and I don't know whose house it's in, or I've got an image of sitting on somebody's front room floor, and they've got a telly that's sort of set into a wood wall, like with shelves in it, really all wood, yeah. And I'm on the floor and I'm playing with. Do you know the train set that's like wood, and they sort of
yeah,
fit
yeah.
in, and the train goes
Yeah.
along it. That I'm playing with that.
Wonder where you were.
And I don't know where that is or where it was or whose house it was, but yeah. If you put a gun to my head, I'd say Count Duckula was playing on the telly.
Count Ducker, David Jason.
Yeah. Ducky Poos. Yeah. You don't know what that is, do you, wifey?
What? Can't
Don't know nothing about your kids, do you?
I know everything about my kids. They're all-
Yeah, that's true. What blood
Playing
type am I?
Oh,
Am I? I don't know.
rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Come on, Dave. What's yours?
What, blood type?
Was it as you popped your head out? Because your
Yeah.
There's two things.
When I turned 3 months and went to work.
My earliest memory of all was laying in my cot,
Really?
and I was
Wow.
laying on my stomach, and my sisters. I don't know if it was all 3 of them or just what 2 it was, because they're all older than
Were they round the cauldron?
They were saying, "Oh look, didn't he sleep funny with his bum in the air?" And that's my first ever memory.
Wow.
But not the memory I got.
He doesn't sleep with his bum in the air. Anymore.
Maybe I was in a cot till I was 10.
Yeah, you were 15 years old. Get out of the car.
But another memory I've got, and it's only sort of recently I've sussed this out, but I was going for my sort of interview with my mum to join the infant school.
Oh, okay.
And we were sitting outside the room, and there was 2 other mums and 2 kids. One was a kid called Malcolm Bateman, and one was a kid
How does he
called,
remember that?
No,
That's
one was a
no,
kid
it's-
called Barry Rowan.
What?
And when we started talking, me and Barry Rowan were both born on January the 18th, and Malcolm Bateman was born on January the 19th. And I thought, what a coincidence that is. But then years, go forward 30 years, I was thinking about it, I thought, Well, they've brought people in a date order of their birthdays, haven't they? But yeah, so
Yeah.
I can remember being in like a preschool, infant school thing, and the women there were getting us to make. You remember the old police uniforms, and on their cuffs they used to have that stripy.
Yeah,
We
I
was
remember.
making the stripy things out of like cotton and that, you know. That's a
Why
memory.
would you have been making them?
I don't know, it's just a thing we done. I don't know.
Could the police not afford that to have child labour?
Sweatshop.
My earliest memories.
No, we're not interested in yours. Carry on. Go on.
Go on.
My earliest memory is in my pram. I can see the edge of my pram, and I'm laying in my pram. Well, actually, sort of propped up, I think. And a woman sticks her head in, and she had like a flying hat on, like them ones.
Oh,
And
okay.
she grabbed my cheek and did that. Look,
Wasn't Amelia
chubby
Earhart, was it?
chubby cheeks, and she just grabbed both my cheeks and wobbled them, and then
she
it
flew
wasn't
away.
until years later, and it sort of came to me who this person was. It was Mrs. Hamilton, who was a district nurse.
Who had died 3 years before.
No, she was at my mum's funeral.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, when she was at my mum's funeral and I spoke to her,
She weren't wearing the hat.
no, she just she remembered me being in the pram.
No.
She did.
Shut the front
I
door.
remember seeing
Really?
the opera. Because, for those who don't know, I was adopted. So obviously I was bought by the stork. So I didn't just, there was no expectation of me being there, apart from the fact that my mum would have just suddenly turned up with a pram because she wasn't pregnant. So there was no lead up to it. But I think the district, because Mrs. Hamilton was a district nurse, I can take you to her house as well, where she used to live.
What, there?
Still got the key.
In Chewham Road. And
Plumstead.
yeah, and
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
All I've got is a wood train set. Barely any memory of that.
that really is my earliest memory. I can just remember her sticking her head in the pram, and she remembers me in the pram. I was always in the pram because I used to walk everywhere. Wasn't
What,
I?
in a pram?
No,
What was it, a treadmill?
No, because there was
Fred Flintstone.
everywhere. There weren't. The bus service was a bit. Yeah, back
Well, it's
then.
Dave working on the buses, isn't it?
But the bus service was a lot better back then than it is now.
Man and boy.
In the 50s,
Yeah.
do you reckon?
I bet they run all the time back then.
I know, but you couldn't take a pram on the bus, could you? So they used to walk everywhere they could because it didn't cost money.
Yeah.
Plus the fact
You
she
ain't
had
bringing that ugly
she had-
baby on my bus.
She had a friend that had a off licence in Eglinton Hill. You remember that? We went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum used to spend a lot of time there. They had a yard out the back, and I can remember playing with the bottles.
What, garden, you mean?
No, it's a yard
Playing with
because
the
they
beer
were
bottles.
they were having bottles delivered because it was an off licence,
Oh, right, okay.
and they used to hide me out there because I think
Because we kidnapped her.
Yeah, in a week's time.
I don't think I was old enough because I was a kid. I don't think I was old enough to be there. So if anybody came into the shop they thought might be a bit dodge, you'd be out the
Evening
yard.
all. Out there. Get out there, wifey. I've got a memory of I was wearing the gloves with the string in it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I picked up white dog poo. Frozen dog poo.
Yeah.
And somebody knocked it out of my hand.
That might have been me.
And it knocked my glove off. I remember that. I don't know.
I remember them gloves we used to put on you, in your little duffel coats.
Still got mine.
Won't fit on one arm.
All right, calm down. Because I'm so muscular.
Wobbly, more like.
All right, calm down. I'm going for my suit fitting tomorrow. Absolutely bricking it. Hopefully it fits. Hopefully it fit like a glove.
fit.
I hope so.
It'll be
What do you
fun.
mean? I thought we couldn't do that till 3 days before the wedding.
No. My suit comes earlier.
Special.
My
He's
suit
special.
comes earlier.
Dry the shirt on.
Did I?
Do you dry the shirt on?
Don't know.
Dry on.
I hope so. Yeah. It should be everything. Yeah. I'll go first. Make sure mine's perfect.
You're the scout.
You're
Flint McCullough.
I'm the.
The thing is, it doesn't matter about anybody else. You've got to be
Absolutely,
exactly.
yeah.
Everybody else is a sideline. You've got to be there.
Absolutely.
But I have got to say that
Oh, go
we
on.
know Vicky's going to turn up. How do we know Vic's going to turn up?
Well, because she's paid for most of it. No, I'm joking. No, because she's arranged most of it. hasn't
No,
she?
how do you know she's
I
definitely
know
going to
why.
turn? He knows why.
Oh, why?
because she's had her passport.
Oh,
done as
right, I see what you mean.
Mrs. Vicky
Yeah,
Rivet.
she
Vicky
has.
Rivet.
Yeah, she has changed her name on
Already?
the passport. Yeah.
So you better turn up. She'll
Yeah.
be mortified if you don't.
I'm turning up. They got bacon baps in the morning. For that bit alone. Yeah. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait. I just want it to be... I want it to be this week. Like it's that lead up that I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to. It's
Well-
always like weeks away. Yeah.
Well, it's just over a month away now.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. And if you'd like an invite to the wedding, email us at...
The podcast after the wedding.
Yeah.
We might just have to do a podcast. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're taking all the stuff with us. Yeah.
Maybe you should just do a podcast about the wedding afterwards.
The wedding backlash.
Yeah.
Oh, but everyone's gone, oh, God.
Yeah, nobody wants to know
Fed up
about
with this
it.
bloody wedding.
Nobody wants to know about it.
Well, anybody who's organised a wedding or knows anything about weddings knows how much work goes into it.
Yeah, we don't hear about it.
You
don't
mean
we?
any woman? Yeah, I've heard enough about it leading up to it. I don't want to hear about it afterwards.
Absolutely.
It's your face when Emily's there, or and she's got her phone out and she's showing hairdos to Vic, and this
Yeah.
is. I think I'd like to have my hair, and your face is just like la 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 la. You switched right
I
off.
don't get it. I just don't get how you can look at over 100 dresses that all look the same, but they're not. They're different. But they're not. They are the same.
No,
It's-
they're
it's-
not.
no, this one's got lace on that bit, and this. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, you don't have to get it. Do you? You just have to. Be
I'll do my own hair, do my own makeup, dark eyeliner. Well, thank you for your questions. I don't know who wrote them, but thank you anyway.
Dave wrote that one. I don't know who wrote your one. Was that Pauline?
No,
Your
that's
one?
me, that's me, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Would you let somebody
Earliest-
slap your face? From
We'll have to ask Pauline when she's back.
Yeah. It depends whether they're wearing cotton wool gloves or not.
Yeah. Thank you, Jane, for your message.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next episode. Take care. Oh, yeah. Everyone's heart sunk then, didn't it? You've got to do it. You've got to do a vote.
I'm going to vote.
I'm going for the two Ronnies.
I'm going for Morecambe Wise.
I'm going for Morecambe and Wise.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sorry,
I'm actually
Bob.
quite gutted about
It
that.
couldn't be closer to me. It's 51-49. I mean, they're both great, but
Mine came down to, right, you've got one programme of the two Ronnies, you've got one programme, Morecambe and Wise. Which one do you want to watch? And I'd go for Morecambe and Wise. So if I was given that choice, I'll go for Morecambe and Wise. So that means to me that's
Yeah, that's
just
fine.
an inch
What
above.
pass them Ronnies over, Robert.
What was the difference between for you, Dave?
Do you think Pauline would have?
I think she'd have gone two Ronnies.
yeah,
you?
I think she might.
But she's
have.
not here, is
Does
she?
she know that? Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
it.
Pauline.
I'm just grateful Frank Skinner's not.
She's
here.
like the Tories at the election, no votes.
Political.
We don't do political.
Call Jim Davison. What?
Right, so that's Lee Mack and Morecambe and Wise in the semi-finals.
Semi-finals.
We won't do the draw. We'll
Yeah, we'll wait
do it at
till
the
next
beginning
time.
of the next episode.
Absolutely.
And hopefully a certain person
A
will
certain
be here.
time. And we don't.
She's
get-
letting us down
Yeah,
badly.
you'll have the proper person back, not this half-wit.
You said it.
No, Bob will be here.
I'll be here. I'm always here. Not always. Not always. I try to avoid it, but I'm here.
And hopefully I'll find the bloody diary. I don't know what my wife is clearing up, isn't it? I'll just clear up this room.
Yeah. Wifey,
be
you found
honest.
that diary.
I'll just put this red book up in the loft.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely come in here.
this red book's right in the way. I'm going to shred it.
I haven't been in here.
You see, well,
That's
find
not
out.
true for a start. You came in earlier to open
Oh,
the
I did. I
window.
opened the window. Well, that's it.
It's,
I walked in and walked out again.
we're going to leave now before
Because
we get divorced.
sometimes he says, "Oh, look," like the other day, he said, "Oh, sorry, but he's getting."
You know it's still about slapping people around the face.
I changed my vote.
he's like,
I'll do it for nothing.
He's hunting high and low for his charger, for his shaver. Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. So
Well, 3 times I can find it. 3 times I look for it.
So he ordered another shaver. And then I found it where he puts his drugs.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
3 months later, all right, my stash.
I found it next to his big bag of cocaine.
I flushed it down the toilet. And there was a knock at the door.
My wife is hiding out the back.
Medication. I meant medication. It's not that.
Don't flush, it's only Neil.
Yeah.
Come in, take the tit off your head.
Evening and all. Right, we're going to go because I've got a headache.
There's a domestic brewing.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 Ronnies are out. Morecambe and Wise through to the next round. See you later.
See you later.
See you, everybody. Bye.